go to my slideshow?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
What happens, it does like an infinity screen.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, which shouldn't be an issue if you share the screen and then just click on the slideshow itself. It's going to show your whole screen. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Go ahead and talk.
Okay.
All right, and then go ahead and just share your screen again. See the slides with it.
So,
cool. Okay, that was working. Just need to talk so that I see you on the.
Okay, you can.
Perfect. Yep, we're set.
Should I just leave it like this then?
Just leave it like that. Yep. So we're gonna get to hear your voice. We won't be able to see your lovely face while you're sharing your screen. But what I would do is click off of screen share when introduced, and then you can talk a little bit, and then we'll when the time comes to where you want to do the slides, then just click on that screen share again, and then it's go time.
Okay. Luanna just said she saw my graphic.
Probably wanting to see your face, so share your screen, and then we'll get running with everything. All right.
Okay, so just put it up, and then you don't want my face on it at all, right? Just.
Well, I don't think you'll be able to.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
But I'd like to see you before you start the slide. So just unshare or get yourself back on screen so that we can see you.
Okay, before we start the slide. So then let me make sure I know how to do okay, so just click the screen share again, and it'll stop sharing down here. Okay.
There you go.
So do you want me to click it now? Sorry.
Yep, go ahead and do it now.
Okay.
There you are.
I'm back.
All right, cool. Just in time. All right, well, I think with that, we will get this party started. Excited for today. Kristin Railton is going to be talking about a topic that I think our business and this business in general fits perfectly with, and that's legacy leadership and leaving a legacy, leaving tracks, if you will, in your little time spent here. And we were just talking a little bit about the ripple effect. We don't really know how far our effect in our lifetime and our family's lifetime is going to go. But if we can do things now that are intentional and are going to help leave that legacy for our family to grow with and to continue on, man, there's nothing better in my opinion. And super excited to hear Kristin talk about that today. And just a couple kind of bookkeeping things before we get started. The team spirit. Lindsay posted a link in DFG. We're wanting to get the whole team, as many people as we can, onto one team and kick some butt with this and really kind of bring this home and just make a big push here at the end of the year to kind of really show what the community that Beachbody is, the community that we have here with Destined for Greatness, and just share a whole ton of love with everybody, so that as the beginning of the year comes, and all those people who are ready to start a journey or looking to get into a business such as ours, they're like, hey, this looks like a pretty fun team, and it just makes it a lot easier to help them make that decision when they see a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of people working together towards a common goal. So check that out in DFG and go ahead and sign up. And I know when I was reading through the instructions and some of the things, they said, I believe there's a biggest team. So the team with the biggest team, I think they have a couple extra prizes that they're giving away as well. So hoping that is going to be us, and we'll do everything that we can to keep the momentum going and make it fun here as the end of the year kind of comes along, and caught up with us quickly, didn't it? So that, and then t-shirts. I know there's been a whole lot of different things going on with the t-shirts. Been trying to get in contact with this gentleman, not very successfully, as I see a lot of you are not very successful with getting in touch with him through email, calls, or whatnot. And now I'm starting to see a few more shirts show up. This is just kind of my theory. I think he may have screwed up a little bit on the shipping, as far as paying enough for it. I know we got an order that came in, I had to pay a little extra for. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I'm hoping all of the shirts go out and we can kind of close this chapter in our what not to do with team shirts, or who not to work with, at least. Loved the ease of ordering it and getting everything, but the headaches that came along afterwards haven't been very fun. So yeah, we'll be in contact with everybody, and hopefully everybody can get their shirt here in the next week. And if not, there are some actions that I'm pursuing, and should make the exchange of shirts a lot quicker for everybody. So with that, now we'll turn it over to something a little more fun. And Kristin just became a 3-star, I believe, last week, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So brand new 3-star coach means she's growing a team. She's duplicating. And known Kristin for a long time. I remember when she first came on, and I could tell that there was something about her that it was in there and needed the encouragement and the coaching and all the fun stuff that I love about coaching to kind of help pull out. And once she saw her ability and she saw the things that she could do with this and how she could help people, man, she just took off and ran with it. And a growing business, helping others become successful, helping a whole lot of people become successful in their weight loss journey, her own. A lot of stuff that we're wanting to kind of get back to as far as what a coach should look like. Kristin's been super, super consistent with, and it's been fun watching and seeing her grow and just having her a part of this team. So without further ado, Kristin, I'm turning it over to you, all right?
Okay, go ahead. I can go ahead and screen share so you guys don't have to look at me.
You want to look at you, but yes. Then,
all right, here we go. Let's see. Oh. All right, hopefully everybody can see that. I am super excited to talk to you guys today. Forgive my cheesy slides for the most part. I'm not a big slide maker, but I didn't want to just be staring at you at a blank screen at myself the whole time. So I am going to be talking about building a legacy today. And I had a hard time coming up with a topic for the call because I felt like I wasn't sure what I wanted to share. Something that I was doing well that I could really help people with that we haven't talked about recently. And I was talking to Luanna, most of you guys know her, my dear success partner, and she was asking me what I thought I did well. And one of the things that I feel like I do well is that I feel like I keep people around. I love people. And I feel like that's a huge part of the legacy that we're creating here in Beachbody, just like Tony was talking about, the lives that we're impacting. So if you're a part of Beachbody, it's different from another MLM. It is not about sales. It's really about changing people's lives. And that is the key here. That is the legacy. And my quote, you're going to see I have a ton of quotes. I'm a big quote person, but legacy is not leaving something for people. but leaving something in people. What we do every day is put ourselves and everything we have into people to help them change their lives, whether that be on our team as they're growing and changing their story for their family, whether it be our challengers. We are in the business of making a difference. And I love that about Beachbody, and that's what has kept me here. And so I'm going to go to my next slide. So legacy, when you think legacy, you're here listening to this call because you want something long-term. Legacy, it means that it continues on. And so when you talk legacy, that means forever. That means quitting is not an option. And I know, and I have up here, be here in more than a year. I think we all hear this so much, and I don't like that quote, be here in a year, because your year might not be when your business takes off. If you look at my little stats there, my 1 year picture, if I would have said be here in a year and taken a look at what I'd done in a year, I would have quit just by what I've accomplished. I was only an Emerald coach. Yeah, that's embarrassing. It's true. But as you see, I just became a 3-star, and I've been doing this about 3 years. So my business does not grow quickly, but that's okay for me because I feel like I'm truly building a solid business. I don't have a fear that people are going to fall off, that I'm not going to have enough people to hold my rank next week. I don't have that fear. But if you looked at my 1 year stats, I was only an Emerald coach. I wasn't even making $100 a week. There is kind of a little bit of I started in a little bit of a hard spot, but you know, the thing is you can take your hard spots, you can take your challenges in the business, you can look at them as it not being fair and that you didn't get the same chance as other people, or you can move forward and just try harder and do more. And you know, my thought was always that I got put in a hard spot, but I'm going to be the person that's going to be able to speak to somebody else who got in that position and encourage them to continue going. So I had no action. I started a team page pretty quickly. And I had people in there, but nobody said anything. But I posted every day. I showed up. And that was the thing. It was hard. It was hard to show up every day and, you know, have someone say something every now and then. It was hard to be the only person hitting Success Club, you know, and putting myself up there. And it wasn't to lift myself up, but it was to just continue showing my team that I believed in them and that I believed that they could be on that board, that I believed that they were there for a reason. So I have on this slide, we joined this business because we believe in it, that it can change us, our families, and anyone we have the opportunity to share it with. So why do we quit or have coaches or challengers who quit so quickly? And I think just kind of what I talked about a little bit is we have that mindset. I even spoke to somebody just last week about, she said, well, I'm going to try coaching. I'll give it a couple of months. And 2 months, 2-3 months is not enough to see what this business can do for you. You have to be in it for the long term. You have to be in it and willing to dig it out and keep going and, you know, write your own story. And I think having that short-term mentality sets us up for failure in the beginning. You know, I was always a quitter before I joined this business. And it's amazing to me that I'm still here, honestly, because I've had a lot of low points, but it's just not an option. Quitting is not an option for me. Regardless of where I'm at the end, I know I'm better because of it. So how I came to kind of the legacy idea, Luana and I were talking, and then I started thinking about legacy and love are equivalent to me. And so I have a couple of examples. I started thinking about, in the top picture, you see the group of people, and that's our small house church that we started here in Florida. The man in the middle, his name was Brad. And he was the greatest living example of love that I knew on this earth. He passed away January of 2015. Suddenly, he was running and had a massive heart attack. It was a Sunday. He had actually given us a message. He was the leader of our church. That day, he spoke on legacy. So that was the first thought that came to my mind. You know, he spoke on legacy. I played that song at church. If you know it, by Nicole Nordman, I want to leave a legacy. How will they remember me? Did I choose to love? And that quote, do ordinary things with extraordinary love, my Mother Teresa. The people who are leaving legacies, who I see as examples, who I want to follow, he was one of them. Every single person who knew him said they felt like his best friend. They felt like he was a walking example of Jesus. I'm not kidding. People traveled from Europe to come to his funeral. There were thousands. We couldn't even hold them. And this was just a man who definitely made time to make sure everyone knew they felt loved and accepted. And so what does that have to do with business? Well, that is like an example as far as the long-term view. His long-term view was getting to heaven. It was loving people for that purpose. And then I have Lindsay and Tony, and I'm sure you guys understand this example. They are such a great example of love. They have a huge team, a huge following, and they focus on loving and leading people. And I know that firsthand. I am so lucky that I became a part of this team. And I say that all the time, but it's the truth, because if I didn't have their love, I don't think I would have stuck it out. They have included me in, sorry, I'm getting like, oh. They have included me in everything. I'm not their personally sponsored coach, but they have loved me as one. And I am forever grateful for that. I could never repay them for that, because what they've given me in changing who I am as a person and my life and my story for my family, I mean, that's invaluable. That's priceless. So the similarities are they both, between Brad, Lindsay, and Tony, were thinking about the long term. They're not just in it for the short-term reward. You're going to have to overcome hardship, stay positive, be giving, be teachers, teach people, and that people have to know your love. And why is this important? Because we're in the business of changing lives and making a difference, and that all is done with love. Yes, I'm a sap. I'm talking about love. I'm sorry, guys. But so where does that start? With your team. And it says, if your actions create a legacy that inspires others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are an excellent leader. Now, I would have never said I was an excellent leader and you know, I don't want to like lift myself up, but like I said, I think one of the gifts that I have, I think we all have gifts, and that is really the gift of encouragement and love. Because maybe it's one of my love languages, I really care about people, and I want everyone on my team to know that they belong on the team because I care about them, their dreams, and their family. Not about how fast they grow the business, not about how many Success Club points they have or what they can do for me, my rank, and my business. Yes, your business in so many ways depends on your team, but you're going to be so much more successful if you don't put the pressure on them to do what you want them to do. And I think I've heard so many people lately being discouraged about the business and about their team and about the way things are going. And I have those days too, but I can tell you that when I go in my team page, I can't imagine being anywhere else. I love these people. They are my friends. They are my family. You know, the people that I've met through Beachbody have changed my life. Luanna called me and prayed for me before the call. You know, this is so much more than what we can do, you know, for ourselves, like the accolades and the things like that. We are investing in one another, and, you know, as you invest in your coaches and truly care about who they are going to naturally flourish. And so what I built my business on, number one, is love. Yeah, I tell everybody I love them on my team, and some of them don't say it back. That's okay. They're not all as sappy as me, but I know they love me. Recognition, you know, it became some fourth vital behavior, and you know, you guys, I don't claim that I did this by myself. Well, I had a great example, and you guys are all in DFG, and if you've been around a while, you know that Tony and Lindsay modeled this for us, that they shout out people, they lift people up, they let you know if you've done an amazing job, they send you gifts if you're a part, you know, they've done things to let you know that what you're doing is important, and they notice. And I try to notice so much, you know, and that's why Beachbody made it one of the fourth vital behaviors, because we are in a society, I mean, look at what's going on, that there's so much negative stuff out there, and we can get bogged down by that. But when you are lifted up for what you're doing and who you are, that can make your whole day. Being an example. So I'm not always an example, but I try my hardest to, you know, do the four vital behaviors. I try my hardest to be there for them and just stand in and be what I can be, to be a leader, to do what I say I'm going to do. And I love that our team page is positive. There's not complaining. There's not, you know, and if we have a problem, we fix it. Most of the time, we do it through private message. And I love that. It keeps the morale up. People, you know, and that's just, I know I'm kind of being repetitive, but I just want you guys to know it truly is about the people, knowing your people, loving your people, lifting them up, supporting them in wherever they're at in their journey. Not everybody's going to sprint forward. Obviously, I didn't do that. You know, when I really started working this business, we were still in our last year of being active duty Army, and my husband had to move to Louisiana, and I had the kids and I was working. And so, you know, I honestly didn't have the energy to stay up till 2 a.m. I just couldn't do it, but I did what I could do, and I'm still here. And I think just being understanding of where people are at in their journey, of course, not if they have great goals, not letting them just kind of give up on them, but also meeting them where they're at. And in that comes listening, asking them and listening, you know, not having any agenda for what you want them to do, but listening to what they want and knowing who they are, what their life looks like, and understanding that. So the little things turn out to be the big things. Just a few tips, things we do in our team page. Like I said, I love our team page. And it's oldly active now. I told you guys it was so silent before, probably about 1.5 years ago. There was no action. But the first thing is care. Know what's going on in your coaches' lives. Ask for prayers. Pray for them. Offer to help them. Celebrate their victories. And, you know, whatever else you can think of that show you truly care about who they are and what's going on in their life. Number 2 is celebrate together. Make it personal. So you see the little happy birthday to you dogs there on the left. Every time there's a birthday in our team page, regardless if it's my personally sponsored or not, I post a happy birthday picture. And I get it off of Pinterest. And honestly, I look for something that reminds me of them. I just don't grab the first thing. And yes, it might take 2 or 3 minutes. But if someone is like a dog lover and that's their thing, and I posted this and I say a little something about them in the, you know, and that's can make their day. You know, be mindful of who they are. Love them with who they are, you know, celebrate babies, new homes. Know that the great things that are going on in their life and make it important to you and to the rest of your team. Make your team page a place everyone loves to come. Of course, do shout outs, go live in there so they see your face, have challenges. We put funny things up. I put motivational quotes up a lot. I put motivational videos from YouTube. We do little, you know, just challenges sometimes, like, and we ask questions. And number 4, give those who want to move forward goals and reward them. So something that I started doing earlier this year, and you know, each team is different, but it's been a huge hit, is bingo. So I put out a bingo card at the beginning of the month, and they play bingo, and I changed the card a little bit, but this month it's a little more difficult to challenge them to kind of reach some of their goals. It started out easier, but and I started giving small prizes to everybody, but now it's your name's going in a drawing. For last month, it was a shirt off the Beachbody site. So they get 1 entry for every bingo and 10 for a blackout. You can do Success Club buzzer, you know, where you post that, hit the buzzer when you hit Success Club, or when you know, get 2 Success Club points. My coach, Monica Kunkel, she's awesome. She has her own team page, and she created something called 222 and You, where you just, she wants to work with consistency with her coaches. And so they only have to do a couple of things every day, making it simple so people can thrive. Number 5, show them you believe in them by giving them responsibilities. We've just started getting our people to lead calls, and I love it. Just like Lindsay and Tony did with their diamonds. We are whoever wants to lead a call, and it's great. Everyone has such knowledge to share. Ask them to lead a team cup, create leadership groups. We have our own leadership group, kind of like DFG Diamonds, and ask them to create their own team pages. By doing this, you give them a role that they can step up, and that they know you believe in them, that they have this. They don't need to rely on you. And number 6, show up when no one else does. There's going to be days when no one shows up. If you don't have a team yet, if you only have 1 or 2 people, still make that team page and show up every day. It will get there. So I'm going to try not to run long. Sorry, guys. I didn't think there was that much content. We always hear work with the willing, and I agree. Work with the willing, but don't forget the others. Spend the bulk of your time with those who are in it, who are making the, you know, forward movements to move their business forward, and who need your help. But don't forget about your discount coaches or coaches who are going through struggles. Don't forget about those who are quiet and tend to do their own thing. I make sure I keep in contact with everybody as much as I can. And Teamsy honestly has helped that a lot, but I did that before. I still have my very first discount coach that I signed 3 years ago. She's still active, which is pretty awesome, and I'm so grateful for that. But, you know, by knowing your coaches and by knowing what they need and just them knowing you care, and it doesn't matter if they're a discount coach, it doesn't matter if they're in a place where they can't do much, that you're still there for them, that means the world to them. And then just be humble. I mean, be humble, let them know that you don't know it all. I mean, I try to hopefully lead with humility. I hope so. My team would say that. I just want to say, like, I don't ever want to get too big or have too big of a business to ever think that I can't respond to somebody who reaches out and needs help, even if they're on a different team. I know I reached out to a top coach that I had something in common with a couple years ago, and, you know, Facebook message, she read the message and didn't even say, like, thank you. And I was hurt. And I was like, you know, I hope that I always am able to. I know we get busy and we forget messages, but like someone who's so awesome with that is Brigitte Linford. She's just amazing. If you reach out to her, she always sends you a personal message. So just be humble, be always knowing where you're at, and that and caring about the people around you. And your legacy is not only your personally sponsored, but everyone who makes a part of your team. When everyone feels a part of your family, there is less of a chance that they're willing to leave. So all of my team plays bingo. Everybody's in it for, can win prizes. Everybody is a part of our team. I don't think people really even know who my personally sponsored are. And so the quote on the side is, no matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Okay, so I'm gonna try and go quickly. Challengers are very close to the same, all the things I talked about with coaches. Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Be passionate about your mission. If you are if you're in a place where you don't want to go into your challenge groups, that you don't want to, respond to them, you have to figure out how to change that. And I came through that recently. And what my suggestion is to you is do something that excites you. These guys are your legacy. You are helping them change their lives. Many of them will become coaches. For us, we just this month decided to do a group theme. I've been thinking about it, a get in the game football theme, and it has game day recipes. And, I was worried about it, but then I thought, a lot of people, a lot of women my age, their husbands watch football, and so why not? And it has been amazing. So notice your challengers and listen. If they make a comment on something, if they're feeling down and you see that, reach out to them. Take the time to look at their needs and know them, relate to them, and coach them for where they're at. Not everybody can jump into 21-day fix and the nutrition and the containers. They might just need to start drinking a shake, every day. They might need to just take a walk. Be the coach that really hears them and gives them the advice that will change their life. Don't forget about those who've left your groups. Reconnect and invite them. I have an alumni group, and when I start a new group, I re-invite. I go back to people who've left my groups and say, I don't know if you're feeling it, but maybe you need, want to get back in it. And when you go into the groups, have no agenda. Or when you're reaching out to people, have no agenda for a sale. Instead, lead with your heart first. And be their best, sorry, I misspelled that. Wrong there. Be their best example as a challenger. Be the example yourself, because they're gonna follow you. Okay. Challenge group tips, team up. More than one coach equals more action, excitement, and the responsibility is divided. That's what we did, and we have a ton of people, and they are excited. They're posting videos of squats. They're doing all kinds of stuff, and the action is awesome. It's what we needed, and it's what's spurring these challengers on and what will get results. Have prizes and rewards is an idea. Recognize them. Put your heart into your groups and find your group happy place. If you want to do a get in the game group, do it. Next month we're doing a gratitude for Thanksgiving. Some people are doing a lose a turkey. Whatever makes you happy and makes you want to be in your group, do that. Allow your challengers to help one another. I check in the morning and at night. And during the day, they're helping each other. They're going to be thriving and becoming coach material themselves. They're becoming proud of who they are and that they can help one another. Celebrate together. Never give up on them. Just a quick story. I was that challenger that a coach gave up on. Not Mike, not my coach now, of course not. But I signed up with a girl, 2012. I wasn't a coach, but I signed up and got Chalene Extreme Challenge Pack, and I started having all kinds of physical problems. And so I won't go into that, but that year basically was spent traveling all over to get MRIs and x-rays and blood tests, and they thought I might have cancer. And I was in her group and I was telling her these things were going on, and she basically just got fed up with me. And the funny thing is if she wouldn't, I would be on her team. You know, we all have places, and never give up on somebody. You know, the sad thing is she's not a coach anymore. So, you know, someone might be struggling, but always check back with them. Always reach out. They might not be active in your group, but they might be watching and taking it all in. If you have no one on your team to brainstorm with yet to spice up your challenge groups, reach out to someone you admire, someone you see in DFG, someone on your team page. And basically, most of the things I talked about that I do in my team page, it's the same. So then new coaches know what to expect when becoming a part of their team. My challengers get my love, they get my heart, and they get whatever they need from me. So please think about your legacy, because you're writing it every day. By Gary Vee, of course we love him. This is kind of our team mission. Work hard, love each other, be a family, lead with integrity, care about people first, give your best, make sacrifices, be open, share your struggles and victories, live to give, health, happiness, hope, faith, and freedom. And that's part of my amazing team that was at Summit. And this just shows you how much I love them. They all secretly, it was my birthday on Super Saturday, or on the Super Workout, and they secretly all ordered Birthday Squad t-shirts, got me a Birthday Girl t-shirt, tank top. We all wore them. I got a tiara and some fun glasses, and they had people out on the streets singing happy birthday to me. I mean, I can't imagine my life without these people, without Beachbody. They are my legacy that they are flowing to, you know, and not only in that, I'm showing my children how to work hard, how to stay consistent, how to love people, and how to give that away. And so my question I'll leave you is that, what will you leave behind? What is your legacy? Are you going to stick it out no matter how fast you go? And be here, you know, be here in 10 years. How do you want to be remembered, regardless of your rank, income, status? For me, I want to be known by my love, my perseverance, and the lives that I touched. That's it.
Awesome job.
Thanks.
Yeah, I knew you would do it.
Thanks.
I love the slides, and I can honestly say that all the things that you talked about that you were hoping that you were doing, you definitely are doing them. And one good sign of a humble leader is when they start talking about humility. They have a hard time saying that, giving themselves credit. So you definitely are a strong leader. You lead with humility, and love is definitely one of your biggest attributes. So I love it. And just think, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road, when we talk about legacy and what this business has brought into our lives, you can say to your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren that, hey, I got happy birthday sang to me on Broadway in Boston, one of the most famous music streets in the country. And so legacy is, it's those moments. It's not all the things that that others may put on it. The financial side, the how many lives that you're affecting. It's those moments, and how many moments that we're able to create and help create, and and give life to, you through encouraging in your team page and in our team pages. And those are the things that when that moment comes where somebody might be feeling a little bit down, that's that memory that pops in and say, oh yeah, that's right. I can give just a little bit more, or I can do just a little bit more, because Kristin, told me at one point, and I believed it then, and now I believe it now. So keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome, and I know your team loves you. I get the privilege of peeking in on your team page. So I know what you were talking about when there was crickets, and it was me and you talking in there, and I know what it's like now with everybody celebrating and cheering each other on. So, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. I love to see it, and I love seeing it for people on our team, and it especially. So. Thank you for getting on today and sharing your heart and your love for everyone and everything that you did. And thank you everyone for joining in or watching this recording. And Kristin, any last thoughts or anything you'd like to say before we shut this puppy down?
Well, I'm just so grateful for you and Lindsay. Like I said, I know I say it a million times, I ended up in the right spot. Like I alluded to, I had signed up and was a challenger with someone else, and God just placed me here. I know that without a doubt. Without being on your team, I wouldn't be where I am, and without the people in my life, not only my team, but Danielle and Mallory and Luana. If you don't have a success partner, get one. Because they will hold you up. And I'm just so grateful for this. I can't imagine my life without it. I asked one of my coaches who was down the other day, she was having a down day, and I said, well, you have to ask yourself, would life be better without coaching? And she said, that makes me sad. And I said, well, that's your answer. Now we have to find out where to go from there. There's going to be days like that, but no day is worth quitting for me. So.
Awesome, and that's great advice. And as I hate seeing people give up on others, but I'm glad your previous coach did, because we're not going to give up on you, and we love having you here. So thank you for that, and thank you for everything. So
thank you for letting me talk.
All right, everyone, get on team spirit. Let's all pump each other up, pump everybody up around us, and take a lot of what Kristin said as far as the challenge groups and your team pages and apply them, whether it's one other person on your team or 100. It's important. Those are the things. As I'm listening to them, I'm like, man, yeah, I got to do more of that. I got to do more of that. I got to do more of that. And when we're thinking that, best thing to do is put it to action and just run with it. So. I hope you all can take a little nugget and run with it. So thanks again. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.